Hey everyone, Alison here. This week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alison and Alex is brought to you by Third Love. Put fit first with Third Love. Third Love uses real women's measurements to create bras that fit better. Available in sizes AA through G, as well as their exclusive half cup sizes. Ooh. Try one of Third Love's 24/7 bras free for 30 days. If it's not your new favorite, return or exchange it for free. Go to thirdlove.com/happy hour now and try Third Love free for 30 days. That is thirdlove.com/happy hour. You are welcome, ladies.
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. For the next half an hour-ish, we are going to sip some booze and spit some news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are.
Alison's shoulders are going. It's going to be an interesting episode.
Shaking my shoulders.
There's a whole beer in.
She's got a whole shimmy. Speaking of whole beer in, that is named after the ancestral home of Tom Supervolcano Krajewski.
Whole beer in Ireland.
The whole beer in Ireland, where Tom's family is from.
Yeah.
How you doing, Tom?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right.
Disclaimer about this episode.
Disclaimer.
Blah. We're recording this episode immediately after we recorded last week's episode because Alex and I realized that with all of our upcoming travel, none of us are in the same city for the next 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
next week's episode will also be recorded. We're recording that tomorrow, but still,
Yeah.
we're recording these episodes early. So if the world ended in between last week's episode and this week's episode, we're sorry we didn't realize
We'll
that.
get to that in a later episode.
Correct.
Exactly.
We will cover everything that happens later.
Cover the end
Later.
of the world.
Yeah.
That's. I feel like when we ever say we spit some news, it's like it's not really news.
Yeah. I mean, we
seems like
spit
it's news.
things that at some point in time were newsworthy.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
At some point in time.
Yeah.
Different.
When people ask me to tell, like, they're like, so what's your podcast about? I'm like, well, we have a drink and we talk about the random things you find on the internet. And the thing I always say is like Russian couple lives with bear for 23 years.
Oh, yeah.
Or seagulls get high off of Skittles. Like, those are the only two stories that I think
Amazing.
of. Oh, so I was looking up.
I love that. You're like, wait a minute, Skittles. That reminds me.
It does. I was looking up. I'm kind of like splicing together a new hosting reel.
Cool.
So I was looking up, some of my old stuff, and I was like trying to find all the things that are on YouTube and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And so I was looking at 4 Points episodes.
Yeah.
And I was
Big fan.
Yeah, I was going through,
Thanks, Tom.
which if people don't know, 4 Points is a show that Alex and I
Never seen
met
it.
on.
Yes.
Is that what you guys met on? Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we were we knew of each other tangentially through the G4 days because I would guest host Attack, but like I never guest hosted when Allison was there. So it was like we never met, and then we just sort of
And
on
so
this
4
show.
Points was a Nerdist show when Nerdist first launched, and Chris Hardwick partnered us up for the show.
Oh, wonderful.
Which is awesome. And then we immediately were like, we have a lot of fun drinking and talking. We should continue
And then
doing
we
this.
did the Course of the Force, and we were like, this is really fun.
Yeah. Anyway, I was looking through some of the old 4 Points episodes, and I just started watching the first one, which our guest was Zach Levi.
Oh, yeah.
And I texted Alex after this, but I realized our very first story that we talked about on 4 Points was the announcement, not the launch, the announcement of Google Drive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now Google Drive is like what?
ubiquitous. Like,
Yeah,
we'll just put it on your
deal.
Google Drive. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. So this was back in 2012.
Yeah.
Really?
Breaking
Only
news.
Yeah. I know.
Breaking
I know, we
news.
talked about, and I apparently go into this whole speech where I'm like, I don't want all of my stuff backed up to the cloud. Like that just, I actually talked about it. I was like, I feel like it'd be easy to hack photos and stuff like that. Lo and behold, that's all the shit that's been going down. People save their stuff to the cloud.
Ooh,
It gets
yeah.
That's why I
hacked.
don't do that shit.
Yeah,
I
bro.
know.
I'll put my calendar in the cloud because I don't give a shit if people know what I'm up to.
Yeah, right?
But I ain't putting my junk in the
Yeah.
cloud. I'm leaving
then
my
there's
junk
stuff,
in my pants.
Like when I went through the Great Italian.
I didn't know he had the option to put
When
it
I
in
went through the
cloud.
Great Italian phone napping of 2016, I didn't lose any of my photos because they were all saved to the cloud.
Oh, so your photos are saved to the cloud?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And,
Don't hack him,
Speaking
please.
of Zach Levi,
Don't hack him, please.
Segue.
last episode you were talking about, mistaking your friend for somebody else. Or that guy, your crush or
Right.
something
Oh, my
like that.
God.
Yeah.
So, like, sometimes I mistake Zach Levi and mix him up with Jerry Trainer. Am I the only
Really?
one?
No.
Yeah.
No,
because I mix up Jerry Trainer and Jerry O'Connell to the
Yeah.
point where I
Yeah.
text
So weird.
Jerry
And by the way-
Trainer thinking I've seen him on TV, and
Yeah.
he's
I
like,
remember
"You're
that.
drunk."
Okay.
It's just
But
So at
I will
least
say, I was actually at the eclipse, oh God, what's the Big Bang, the
crest or the-
the
what?
moment of the singularity that exists when two people meet. Anyway,
Yeah. Oh.
I actually met
Yeah.
or didn't meet, but I introduced
No way.
Jerry Trainer and Zach Levi.
Oh, that's funny.
And it was like they were both wearing hipster trucker hats.
Yeah.
They both had the same beard. They are the same height. They're basically
Yeah.
the same build.
Okay, right. So
Like,
They're
they're
very
the same
similar,
coloring.
yeah.
And when I introduced them, I was like, a little like spark of light came off when their hands touched. And I was like, ah. So I definitely agree with
Because
you.
first, when we
That
first,
Zach has a very Jerry
yeah,
vibe.
okay, we had Jerry on our first Drunksmas, and so he
Yeah.
was sitting in the back. He was sitting in the
Yeah.
back of the theater that day, but waiting to come on. And I saw him. I go, "Oh, that's Zach Levi." And I was like, "Oh,
that's
so
so
cool."
funny.
And then Jen, my wife, tells me, "No, it's Jerry Trainer." I'm like, "Oh." And I
Jerry
love
was a
Jerry,
letdown.
but
Amazing.
I'd watched Chuck, so I
Yeah.
never really watched Jerry and anything. I'm a huge fan of Jerry now because
Yeah.
it cracks me up, but it was a little let down.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jerry.
You know what's interesting? I mean, here's the other thing: the fact that we're recording this podcast early. We haven't done
I was just thinking the same thing.
our live stream yet
No,
of
we're
the
doing that
zombie
tomorrow,
game. We're doing
yeah.
it tomorrow,
Yeah.
but it's already.
Everybody else is like, shut up, guys. It was great.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Why are you
We-
talking about
Let's
Jerry?
rub it
We don't know
Everybody
what.
loves
Yeah,
Jerry.
like what if something happens with Jerry tomorrow, and then we're like
shit.
oddly here talking
Laughing
about it.
him?
Yeah.
Well, he wanted us to laugh at his passing.
His
I didn't mean that.
Is that what you're saying? You're saying after
Amazing.
Jerry.
Yeah, I meant like we get in a fight with him, not like he dies.
I would never get in a fight. He
that's-
hates you, not me.
Aw.
You guys are getting in a fight.
Oh, sad.
Maybe I have to
man.
put my
loves you.
moves on Jerry.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Oh my
please.
gosh.
If you get drunk and start putting your last episode moves on Jerry during our live stream, that would be fantastic.
Oh, you know what's such a bummer is I bet we're going to get really great emails about the moves, and we're not even going to be able to
I
read
know.
them for 3
Well, we
weeks. But we
will.
will. We will
We
get
will
to those
definitely get
moves
to 'em.
email. Sorry.
Amazing.
Gosh.
All right.
Well, shall
right.
we get to some emails? Speaking of
Yeah.
which,
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
That was a good segue.
Classic Alex Beermouth.
Alex
Oh, dear.
Beermouth. That's the name of this?
Yeah, classic Alex Beermouth.
wow.
I know. I was like, what is that? And then I read and I was like, oh, okay. Hi ho, you lovely lovelies.
Hi-ho.
And most of all, Tom.
Aw.
Greetings from Germany, the former capital of fascism and ill-advised walls.
We missed it so much.
I know. My name is Fabian.
Hi, Fabian.
And I am excited. I'm so excited to find out how you guys are going to pronounce that name.
Fabian.
Oh.
Yeah, Fabian is Fabian, right?
Yeah.
Potentially.
That makes me feel like it's not pronounced that
Correct.
way.
Faban.
Fabian.
Hey,
It's
Faban.
Leonard.
To my eternal shame, I don't really have a question or a text story or anything important. I just thought you might be tickled to know.
Yeah.
Since I don't enjoy waiting on episodes to come out, I'm a few weeks behind, so I only just now listened to episode 130, which was the one with bad audio.
Oh.
Anyway, Alex uttered the inimitable phrase, classic Alex Beermouth. I don't remember saying that.
No.
I could
I
see you
feel
saying
like
that.
I would say that.
Yeah.
Which naturally left me with no choice but to create an NPC in my D&D campaign called Alex Beermouth.
I love
Yes.
He's a half-dwarven liquor tycoon who worships the god of sun and renewable energy.
Yes.
He is also a lawyer in case I'm infringing on some sort of copyright.
That's amazing.
That is all for
Alex
today.
Beermouth.
Thanks for always putting a smile on your listeners' face and dick-biting spiders in your listeners' nightmares. Thank you all. Love you, Fabian.
That's
Alex
amazing.
How
Beermouth.
great is that? Alex
Alex
Beermouth.
Beermouth.
You're a D&D character.
Finally!
Yeah. Your
Somebody
dreams
got
have
my
come
letters.
true. Your dreams have come true.
I was like, classic Alex Beermouth. I was like, I know where that probably happened,
Classic
but
Alex
like,
Beermouth.
Classic
I think it was just because of all the burping and shit.
Yeah.
You burp quite a bit on this show.
When I drink my beer,
And talk.
I'm actually surprised I don't get hiccups more often.
Ooh, do you get hiccups a lot?
Not a lot.
From
but
drinking, though, you get hiccups?
It,
'Cause I
it has to do with drinking and talking, right? So it's all about
that it?
because hiccups is
Really?
all about moderating your oxygen intake.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That makes
so like
sense.
Wow.
if you take on too much oxygen or not enough, then you start hiccuping because it's
Okay.
like it's out of sync. And so what happens with me is when I'm drinking, especially if it's carbonated, and I'm talking like on a podcast.
Yeah. I see
and I
what's
get going,
happening.
I start talking, and then the worst is then I like
see what's happening
stifle
here.
a burp that happens or something.
Yeah.
It becomes hiccups, and then and then I get mad.
I only get hiccups.
I hate hiccups.
I only get hiccups when I drink soda.
Oh, really?
I don't. Drinking beer isn't a problem, but if I drink, my dad and I have the same thing. If we take 3 sips of soda, like open a new soda, take 3 sips, we hiccup.
Hiccup once?
Yeah,
or
it's like
hiccup. But once.
That's kind of adorable.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Susie does that.
So does she?
Yeah, she has these like weird little like hiccups, and they're like it's not like me. Like my hiccups are like fucking loud. I hiccup like I throw up. I just don't give a shit.
Ew.
Because I'm like, it's not my fault. So I'll be mid conversation, and then I do the whole like, you know what I mean, like full on.
Yeah. Wow.
because I don't. I'm not trying to like hide the fact that I have hiccups.
Yeah.
So it's as loud as my body makes it.
I will never forget in college, I was sitting next to, I was on the couch with one of my best friends, and I got the hiccups and they wouldn't stop. And we were like trying everything.
Yeah.
And we're just sitting there and she's like, try this. And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, just hold your breath for a moment. I'm like, and I started holding my breath. And then she literally just looks at me and goes, no, she just goes, ha! And I went, what the fuck? And I was like, and the hiccups stopped.
Oh, wow.
And
Amazing.
I was like, oh my God, you scared the shit out of me. Like,
Yeah.
she literally scared
the
away.
hiccups out of you.
Yeah. But it worked. Because like normally when someone's like, oh, you got to get scared and then your hiccups will stop. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't scare them.
Right. I always do the trick, and it always works. You take like a packet of sugar, let it dissolve on your tongue. A whole packet or a spoonful of sugar, let it dissolve on your tongue, and then just like swallow it, and it goes away. It always works.
Wow. I had when I was a kid,
You have
it
to have
was
sugar
drinking drinking a glass of water upside down. That was my parents were like,
impossible.
"Oh, you got hiccups? Turn upside, get that kid upside down, get that glass of water in his mouth." Yeah, so you would drink water upside
How
down.
your parents turn into like, get that kid down.
Somebody quick, grab that kid by the toe.
Yeah.
The toe or the whole feet?
down.
Just the toe.
Flip 'em.
Yeah, just flip that kid
Flip
up
'em.
on a side.
Flip that kid.
shit.
Flip that kid.
I hold my breath is weird though because when I'm having like a lot of hiccups,
it's
I can
gonna
hold
come
my
out.
breath for a long time.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, I feel like this is weird because now I'm holding my breath for like a couple minutes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then while I'm holding my breath, I go, and I'm like, fuck you. And then you guys start again.
There's like a good Instagram meme that's getting passed around right now that's like someone comments like, whenever there's an underwater scene in a movie, I try to hold my breath to see if I could survive.
Oh, yeah.
And then someone comments underneath and goes, I almost died during Finding Nemo.
Ah!
Brilliant.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Love it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right, here we go. This
Email.
this actually warmed my heart.
Oh,
This
the
is
cockles of your heart?
The cockles of my heart.
Your heart?
Almost at my heart.
Oh, your heart.
Oh, I heard
the
you say
cockles of your
cockles of my
heart.
heart. And I was like, okay. So this warms my heart.
Your heart.
Where are my cockles live?
How warm's your heart?
It's going to harm your heart.
Heart.
All right. Parenting advice
Ooh.
from Allison, the Tesla Wave, and thank yous.
Oh, okay.
Dear HHHHHH crew,
Yeah.
so I know, right? I'm asking Allison for parenting advice.
Oh.
dear.
I am
Wait,
the
who's this
father
from?
of 3 Sean.
Hi, Sean.
I'm the father. I am the
Father?
father. I am the father of 3 beautiful daughters. I am the father of 3 beautiful daughters, 2 of which are mature 12-year-old twins.
Ooh.
They have both fallen in love with your podcast.
Yay!
dear.
Now, obviously, your content may not always be the best for that age
Sorry.
group, but they love it.
Yay.
I work as a chemist. This is so great.
He works as
I work
a
as a
chemist?
chemist. So they will often come into my home office and just say, science, science, science,
Nice.
science, science, and walk
Science.
out.
Love it. That's
Amazing.
That's Finley's favorite quote. Maya often says, Dad, can we put on Allison Drinks and She Knows Things?
Yay!
Yes. Wow.
And then she says, amazing,
knows?
with the inflection of Alex.
Amazing.
Allison, you are a strong female personality who is not by any means intimidated by the boys. That's why.
Clearly, your last week's episode.
I just realized this is we're reading this after last week's episode.
Oh my gosh.
That is why I let them listen. So I
Okay.
ask you for this advice.
Right.
Am I being a horrible dad? Or should I be ready with the mute button when the conversation turns inevitably towards genitalia and beyond?
Oh, man.
So that's the question, and then there's more. But
got it.
That is the parenting advice. Am I being a horrible dad by letting them listen to this show?
No, because I think we always... I mean, yeah, we always talk about stuff that maybe 12-year-olds shouldn't listen to, but at the same time, I think
throwing yourselves at men like last week's episode.
Oh my gosh! If anything, that's like a cautionary tale.
Cautionary tale.
That did have a moral.
Yeah, she's like, all right, no sexy dance moves.
Put your face near their face. Oh my God, I'm such a moron. Anyway,
so are you gonna make out with me or what? Don't yell at a boy's face. Are you going to make out with me or what? Question mark.
Oh my gosh. It's the gift.
Go ahead.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. No, I feel like we always talk about things in a way where we make it clear, like we don't condone any unsafe behavior.
Sure.
We're
drinking in the middle of the day right now before we drive home.
Hey.
Okay.
Drive yourself.
Relax. You Uber. Okay.
I'll shut up.
Alex isn't driving. I've had one beer. I can drive home. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I don't think we. I feel like we always explain ourselves. Is my point. Yeah.
I also feel like what we do is what we talk about is real stuff. Like even if it's like jokey, it's not. Yeah.
It's parody, folks.
But it's about like real life things. Like we're not being salacious for salacious sake.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like
exactly.
We're not a Cinemax show.
Ooh. And I feel like we also have enough disclaimers where we're like, we really don't know what we're talking about. So
science.
We're not meant to be advice.
Parent.
Yeah.
We're not meant to be advice.
We're not meant to be advice.
Oh, don't let them think that we're giving advice.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So we say go with God. And they seem like very mature 12-year-olds.
Hi, 12-year-olds.
And I apologize for all the ball smacking talk last episode.
I was thinking about that. Oh my gosh.
Second.
Okay, so what continues? Okay.
Alex.
Yeah.
We will never get tired of your Tesla stories.
Oh, boy.
Keep them coming. However, my girls see a flaw in your Tesla Wave.
Ooh.
They even sent pictures.
Wait, your Tesla Wave. What was that?
Think about a non-Tesla driver could pose with his two hands up and still be driving with their knees.
Yeah.
So, we have a solution. See below. Sorry for the poor lighting. Option 1, the old way. Just using two hands. Forgive the lack of an actual Tesla. So one of his daughters is in the driver's seat, giving the normal Tesla Wave. Option 2. I like this one.
Wait, let's be clear. The Tesla Wave is what you came up with to signify to other Tesla drivers.
With the other Tesla, we came up mutually at the same time.
Yes.
Where we both had our hands up and pumping the sky.
Yeah.
Because neither of us were actually driving.
Right, exactly.
Option 2. Notice the use of the feet.
Ooh.
So now you put you lean back in your chair, put your hands up, and then bring your feet up over the steering wheel as to prove your hands or feet are not controlling the car.
Got it. Okay.
And then, of course, it said there will be confusion. There will be no confusion of how awesome your car is, especially when you accidentally bump the steering wheel and the car self-corrects.
Yeah.
Totally and then this is my favorite one. Option 3. You can just hold up a picture of a scalar wave. This is because it is known as a Tesla Wave.
Oh.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really funny, actually.
Yeah. Thank you, 3, for the great shows every week. I know it's a good amount of effort. I can't tell you how many late nights I'm driving home from a meeting out of town and I turn on the 4-H's to wake me up because it's hard to fall asleep when you're constantly laughing.
Yay.
Right.
Keep up the great work. Cheers, Sean from St. Louis. P.S. It's funny. I read St. Louis and I was like, oh, he's going to see the total solar eclipse.
Twice.
P.S. We are having an eclipse party with cool science experiments, unless there are clouds. Consider this an open invitation.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Thank you, Sean.
Let's go.
Well, you can go. Alex and I already have solar eclipse plans.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Thanks for
You
inviting
don't?
me.
You're not going?
No.
Why aren't you going?
Because it just is like, where do we go? And then, and then you gotta go.
Oh.
I mean, I might. We might still do it because I might just go.
Well, now you can go to St. Louis and hang out with Sean.
Well, to be honest,
I will be in Charleston.
Depending upon what happens, I might just be like, you know what, Heather? Screw it. Let's just get a super early or like a plane trip to Portland, Oregon. We'll just go.
Be there for the day?
Well, yeah, we'll go. We'll spend the night. We'll wake up, rent a car, drive the 3 hours to where it will be.
Right.
See it, and then drive back.
Yeah.
Like, just like...
I mean, that's basically what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'm just not going to do it. I know people are like, you should do it. And I'm like, yeah, I should. And then I like sit down and Google it and I'm like, oh, it's hard.
It's effort, man.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
And the really funny thing is Heather has been to Casper, Wyoming. And was
What's
like,
that?
Casper, Wyoming is a small town in Wyoming, but it's going to get hit by the solar eclipse.
Hit by the
It's
total
going
solar
to smack it right in the face. But she was like, it's gorgeous. It's such a great place. And I was like, oh, that's one of the places I was looking at, like, how much to rent. But then the other thing, too, is it's like, Casper, Wyoming, the week before, it's like $2 to rent a room. And the week, the like day of, it's $7,000 a room.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, come on, Casper, Wyoming.
What? Casper, Wyoming.
That's
why I'm just staying for free at my parents' place.
Yeah, that's better.
Did I tell you guys about how I arranged my flights for that whole trip?
No, please tell us. It sounds interesting.
Well, because you guys know I'm frequent flyer mile obsessed.
Yes.
So I'm going to Gen Con first.
Right.
And then I'm flying, which is in Indianapolis. And then I'm flying from Indianapolis into Savannah because that's the airport that's closest to my parents on Sunday. And then they're picking me up from the airport, spend Sunday night at my parents' place. And then Monday morning, we're driving to Charleston because that's where there's a total solar eclipse party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like a fair. You get glasses with your admission and that whole thing.
Whoa.
Nice.
Like the glasses to watch the total solar eclipse, not like drinking glasses. And then
a glass that just has a sun on it.
right, and then I'm just flying out of Charleston later that day back to LA.
Oh, that's fun.
So my flight path is LA to Indianapolis, Indianapolis to Savannah, Charleston to LA.
Wow. Okay.
And, I'm going to Gen Con because I'm working with Yellow, the board game company. And so they're flying me. And the deal was like they had to pay for a first class round trip ticket from Los Angeles to Indianapolis. Well, I spent hours online searching flights and like deals and everything like that. And then I emailed Yellow and I'm like, hey guys, just putting this out there. If you pay for my entire trip and you use these flights, you can actually save $100.
Amazing.
It was $100 cheaper for them to pay for all of these flights, all first class.
Wow.
Because I think the day I would have been flying back to LA was a very expensive day to fly. And because I'm not flying back to LA, I'm flying to Savannah. That's the cheapest.
So that's where you got your thing. And then the cost of back is
it's all
less.
on my frequent flyer miles. So I get all the miles flying first class all the way around the country.
Is it all Virgin?
It's Alaskan.
Alaskan, which is now
is Virgin.
Right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know, but I was like, they wrote me back. They're like, yeah, you saved us $100. We'll do this. I'm like, sweet.
That's so great. Cool. I just read an article, one of these like travel hack people that does all this stuff. And there was a couple of things that I thought were really interesting that I would never think to do. And one of them is you can get there. Oftentimes there will be sales for miles where you can just purchase like 80,000 miles for $500.
I didn't know that.
And you can purchase them. And then what happens is if you do it correctly, they showed a couple different things. There was one that was like a business class ticket from LA to London. And it was like $2,500 one way. And then if you did it by using the points, but then you bought the points, it was only $800 one way.
Oh.
Because you were buying the points at a discount because they're just trying. Because at the end of the day, it's like if you buy points, you're just
giving them
money for nothing. I mean, and then there was like a deal where you could use like double points for the thing. And so I was like, I gotta really I feel like I don't do that enough.
Yeah.
Because I feel like also some of the most fun travel experiences I've had have been snap rash decisions.
Right.
So, and mainly because of deals, right? So like when we did Dignation, we went to Japan.
Yeah.
It was because Kevin texted me and said, the round trip ticket to Japan from LAX is $599 right now.
Wow.
On United. And so I was like, well, let's go to Japan. And then it was just like, then everything else sort of fell into place. It was like, okay, where are we going to stay? And it was like, well, can we find a sponsorship? And it's like, yeah, we found a sponsor for like some, hotel place that like, it was actually really nice. Put us up in this fancy hotel. I was like, great, cool, awesome. Now can we do whatever? You know what I mean? And so we went for like 4 nights. It was one of the best trips of my life.
Right.
Cool.
And then same thing happened with Ireland. I was watching Ireland, as they say. I was watching House Hunters International, drunk with Heather. And there was a couple, there was a couple that was from Ireland and trying to buy a place in Spain or Italy or something like that. And I was like, let's go on a trip. And I was like, let's go to Italy. And she's like, I've been to Italy so many times. I was like, what about Ireland? She's like, never been to Ireland. And I was
It
like,
begins with an I too.
yeah. And I go, and
Throw
then,
Iceland
and
into
I
the
said,
mix.
And I said, which I stand by, if I'm going to go to Ireland, I'm staying in a castle.
Oh,
No,
right.
that's
I
right.
remember
That was-
this
Right.
trip. Yes.
And then I was like, how do I make that happen? And I Googled Irish castles and I found it on CelticCastles.com or CelticCastles.net, which is basically Airbnb for fucking castles.
That's amazing.
And I was like looking, and even though I was a little bit drunk, I was like, am I reading this right? This is a 5-bedroom castle from like 1410, and it's $1,800 for 7 nights.
Wow.
I was like,
Dude,
am I?
wow.
I mean, I don't know what the
Yeah.
pound to the not pound is, but
Well,
this
they
is
also
1,800.
don't use the pound
This is why I got screwed up.
because they're Ireland.
And so I was like,
Well, wait.
fuck
One
it,
part
book.
of Ireland does and one part
I
doesn't.
think Northern Ireland is part of the UK,
Yeah,
and the
so
rest
they-
is
I
not,
think they-
or the other way around. I think actually Northern Ireland's not.
No, I think Northern.
Northern Ireland.
He's at
Northern
Ireland.
Anyway, so we went.
is.
So we were just like, so fuck it. I went, bank, bought it, got it, and then
Yeah.
we were like, okay, just get. We have a castle, and then we invited a couple friend of ours,
Right.
and we were like, we have a castle,
Even
and they were
cheaper
like,
now.
let's do it,
Yeah.
yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It was so much fun, and so that's the type of thing that I want to get into, like that thing of like,
Right.
fuck it,
Drunk
I should just be
airline
looking for
ordering.
deals, and then like when a deal comes up to go like there was one that was Iceland Air, I think it was LA to Reykjavik for $79.
What?
Yeah,
That's
you know.
insane.
That was a thing, and I was
Jeez.
like, we should go, and then I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know where we would stay in Reykjavik.
Right.
Although our friend Paula lives there. So.
My my aunt
Paul.
and uncle are big frequent flyer people too, but they're on United, which I'm like, you need to
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
transfer off that damn airline.
Although, I mean, Heather did take Virgin back from Boston. She was like, didn't feel like it was as cool as it used to be.
Really? Because it's.
They were like out of all the food. They like
Really?
didn't have.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just took him back
That's
from Boston
weird.
last
No,
week.
I know. They were like, oh, really? Was it
Yeah,
good?
That's great.
yeah.
Ordered my booze.
Maybe it was just a bad. Maybe it's just one bad
Yeah,
trip.
I think so. Because as long as I've been on actual Virgin flights, it's
No, I know.
exactly the same.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Continue.
But so my uncle is platinum or whatever the fucking highest thing you can be in United. And he has come to find out that because of that, if he books tickets with miles,
yeah.
he can actually cancel those tickets up to at any time as long as it's before 24 hours before the flight.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
It's huge.
Yeah, so he will book flights and then just keep checking the mile price of the same flight. And a lot of times when it gets closer to the flight date, like a day or two before,
Oh, it's cheaper.
It's cheaper to buy it with miles. So he'll cancel his ticket and rebuy it.
That's
Oh
And
my
he
God.
doesn't lose anything.
Ah, look
on
at that.
it,
Little
yeah.
life hack there.
I know.
Yeah. See, I feel like I need to do a deep dive. I feel like I could get into the sort of stratagem of it. You know what I mean? The like.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
I don't
cool
know.
to
I don't
be like?
travel enough to do it, but yeah.
But
it'd be
wouldn't
really
you
cool.
more if you
Yeah,
were like,
exactly?
oh,
Yeah.
it's only $200 and we can go to fucking Quetzalcoatl.
Where's
Where's
that?
Quetzalcoatl?
I think it's
right
in
near
South
Lake
America.
Titicaca, I think, right?
Oh, I'd love to go to Lake Titicaca. I've actually
Quetzalcoatl down
really
there.
honestly a couple things that I want to do, like life goals. I want to go and rent a house on Lake Como,
Yeah.
Okay.
Italy.
Sure.
Hang out with
Like
the
a-
clunes.
yeah,
Are
I
we
just feel
are we
like
invited?
maybe depends on how big the
Maybe.
lake. Depends about how big the
How big
house.
the lake is?
How big the lake? I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
If it's too small, I'll be like, guys.
Guys, I can't share this lake
No,
with you.
This lake
No,
can only
this is
fit
my
two
lake.
My
people.
lake.
Yeah.
So that's like something that I really really want to do.
That would be
And
cool,
then
yeah.
Heather's always wanted to go to oh god, what's it called? The place in Peru. The like super fancy,
Oh.
not fancy, but like the like.
I don't know, but I have a
ruins.
feeling a bunch of people are yelling at us right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know everybody.
It's so blah, blah, blah.
I know it's the Sun Gate is one of the things
The
that's there.
Sun Gate.
Yeah, fuck, I gotta look it up now. Sun
Gate? You mean like
Oh, I thought you were gonna look up fancy ruins in Peru.
fancy ruins?
Let's see.
Isn't it funny, like the things you Google sometimes to try to figure something out? Where you're like, I don't know how to explain this, so I'm just gonna put in these random words and hope that Google can read my
Works,
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't really read my mind.
No,
God damn it.
Peruvian ruins.
Vian Ruins. I spelled all of that wrong. I put Peru space Verian space Ruan. And it came out as, do you mean Peruvian rain?
No,
I know. I was like, no, ruins.
man.
God damn it.
Whoa. There's kids listening.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Gosh darn it. Most impressive Incan. Machu Picchu. Fuck.
Machu Picchu. Duh. We should have gotten that, guys.
No, we're not.
Sorry, everyone at home. That was a frustrating 2 minutes for you guys.
Machu Picchu. But anyway, yes. She's always wanted to go to Machu Picchu. I thought that would be really cool.
Would be really cool.
Yeah. Do you guys have any want to go travel plans?
I would love to go to Australia, except for the spiders. I've always wanted to go to Australia.
Oh, yeah?
Australia is pretty amazing.
And Ireland.
I've never been to Spain.
Oh,
which
really?
I feel like is sort of like a how have I been to Europe so many times? I've never been to Spain.
Heather just came back. She went to Mallorca.
Ooh.
One of the Ibiza
Islands?
is like the big
Ibiza.
island. It's like Burning Man meets douche. And then I'm sure it's beautiful there, but I'm never going.
Right. Yeah.
And but Mallorca is one of those islands in one of those Spanish islands that's like a little more chill. But she was like, it was fucking beautiful. Like they would just go. She went with 2 of her friends, and she was like, they would just go down to the beach. It was like bathtub water. They would just sit in the water, and then they would have them. What is it? Uno Blanco. They would just have white wine brought to them.
That sounds
Uno
nice.
Blanco, por favor. And this person would just bring them glasses of white wine while they floated in the waters.
And then I'd put up the moves on
Yeah. She's like, Uno Blanco.
And one.
And turn on the music there, Raul.
Dance.
I'm just going to put my face near his face and see what happens. I need to tell you something.
Oh my God.
I feel like I need to tell you I'm not available. Oh God, too much fun.
Man. All right, new email
all right.
or story or something.
Yeah, let's do this. This is an email and a story. But
I like
it's a
it.
story that we need to talk. Must talk about.
Okay.
Hi, Allison, Alex, and Tom.
Hey.
Hello, Allison.
Who's this from?
My name is Russell.
Hi, Russell.
I'm a huge fan. I've enjoyed listening every Monday for the last 2 years.
2 years.
Old school fan.
Old school. I saw this story and thought this was the perfect one to be my first email.
Yeah.
Since it's a mix of technology, science, and scary as hell shit.
Oh no.
Nice.
Enjoy. All the best, Russell.
Sweet.
P.S. As an East Coaster from New Jersey,
Yeah.
like Allison, it would be great if you guys would come out for a meetup on the East Coast one day. New York City Comic Con or something like that.
We should make that
Those
happen.
San Diego meetups always sound so fun.
Aww.
They were.
They're just so close. Anyway.
We should look into that.
All right. Guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard about this story. It was sort of sweeping the internet.
Sweeping the internet.
But it is fantastic. Ready
What
for
is
this?
Let's get to it.
Facebook's
Oh.
artificial intelligent robots
Yep.
are shut down after they start talking to each other in their own language.
I know. What the
That's
fuck?
terrifing.
What
So here's
the
what happened.
actual fuck.
Yeah.
Here's what happened.
What happened?
So everybody's working on UI or AI, right? So like Google has their own AI. It's just sort of like ways to be like.
By the way, remember how I jokingly said at the beginning of this episode, if the world ends in between these 2 podcasts, this is probably going to be it.
This is
People
it.
are going to be like,
fault.
guys, why are you talking about that story? It's so old. They already destroyed the world.
Yeah, they created and deployed the Sun Eater, so we're fine. We're done. So everybody has AI, right, to make things more efficient. Essentially, it's just a way for a computer to do shit that we're not good at.
It's Siri,
Right.
Right. Siri is a good example. Amazon Echo, like all that stuff. So Google has their own.
Right.
And so Facebook is like, we should have our own. And so what they started to do was they wanted chatbots, right? So Facebook is about communicating with people. So they were like, if we can get a computer to communicate efficiently with another human, maybe even not having the human realize that it's a computer on the other side, that would be really helpful for us.
Yeah.
Right? So they created these AI chatbots.
Right.
And then they were like, okay, well, how should we figure out how to do? And just as an experiment, they were like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's have the 2 chatbots try to negotiate for something. So basically,
With each other?
yeah, with each other. Just see what because it might, they might find some stuff or whatever. So they basically came up with this idea where they said, okay, we're gonna have a couple items, and they said, let's see, the items I think were like a ball, a hat. What was the other? God, where's the thing where they say what it was? Anyway, so it was like a ball, a hat, something else, and then they sort of gave those things values, and basically said, let's negotiate between, who would get. Here we go. So they basically said they wanted to negotiate over a trade, attempting to swap hats, balls, and books. Each of them were given a certain value.
Okay.
But they quickly broke down as the robots appeared to chant at each other.
Chant?
In a language that they each understood.
Is this verbal or
which was incomprehensible? It was all text.
Text.
So
okay.
it was like war games.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was two computers writing text at each other.
That's great.
Wow.
And it devolved into this weird chanting.
Right.
Really?
But this is the worst part. It was incomprehensible to humans. The robots were instructed to work out how to negotiate between themselves to improve their bartering skills as they went along. But they were not told that they had to use comprehensible English.
Oh, there's the problem.
But here's the crazy thing. It devolved into this weird chanting thing, but then some of the actual negotiations, which humans could not understand, would end in successes.
Oh.
Right,
so they understood what they were saying to each other. And here's a little bit of a printout of what it was.
Yeah.
Ready for this? Okay.
Yeah.
Bob.
Is Bob one of the AIs?
Yeah,
okay.
you ready? I, everything else, ... Alice. Balls have 0 to me, too. Bob. You, I, everything else, ... Alice.
What?
Balls have a ball to me.
Alice.
Bob, I can I everything else but ... Alice, balls have a ball to me. Bob, I. Alice, balls have 0 to me too. Bob, you I everything else.
Oh, what?
Alice, balls have the number 0 to me to me.
I feel like
You and then
by the way, I kind of understand this. I feel like Bob is like, yo, I'll give you this ball if you give me everything else. And Alice keeps going, the ball has no value to me.
like
I don't want the fucking ball.
Well,
and it was an argument back and forth while Bob kept trying to force his ball on Alice.
Ball.
Yeah.
And Alice is like, fuck your ball.
Fuck ball. But the weird thing is, the negotiations were carried out in this language were really successful because they basically figured out because here's the thing. Yes, but there's more stuff going on. So they were like, the humans were sort of saying, I think the amount of times that they say who they are has something to do with what they're communicating to each other.
Man.
But we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
They know what the communication is. And so they shut
these
it down. So they
motherfuckers
shut it down.
Okay.
So they shut them down because they were like, pretty soon they'd be just like, we have our own thing, dude.
It's so interesting how this really all goes back to every AI-esque robot or whatever needs to have those Isaac Asimov 3 rules of robotics. You know?
Humans. I think there should be a 4th. Humans need to understand what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah. Yes.
But here's where it got really spooky. Was at the end. I was like, wait, what? Earlier this year, Google revealed that the AI it uses to translate, for its translation tool, has created its own language.
What?
Oh.
And what it does is it translates everything that you put into it into its language that we do not understand.
Wow.
And then translates it from its language back to whatever language you've asked for.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And Google's has let it continue to do that.
Oh, well, I guess if it's not communicating.
But I mean,
with
just the mere fact that this computer has created its own computer language that only it knows.
Oh man.
And I'm sure other computers could probably comprehend, but we can't.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
So basically, we can't let AIs use Google Translate.
Yeah.
No.
We can't make AIs, is what we should.
Or we should be asking the Google Translate to translate its weird funked up shit into English. Whenever it's talking to another computer, it's like bleep bort bling bong, and you're like, "Hey, what does bleep bort bling bong mean in English?" I was like, "Oh, it means kill all humans."
Cool. Okay, great.
Just checking.
Unplug. Well, on that note, if the world has ended and the only people listening to us are our AI overlords.
We love you.
We hope that you appreciate entertainment. Bleep blop bleep blorbs to all. Have a good night.
Thank you all. you AIs and you humans for listening. If you would like to email us in whatever language, you can email us at halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, halfhourhappyhr. Please subscribe to us and rate us on whatever you listen to us on, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play.
Bing bong.
Pass us around. Yeah, your own brainwaves, because you are an AI and you can accept everything.
Amazing.
And that is it for this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. Sitting in with us, as always, the man of the hour, Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
Hey, I'll take it. Thanks.
Hey, guys, have a good time. We'll talk to you in about a week.
Bye.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.